Here with head coach Ryan Craig. Coach, your group scored 9 goals tonight. Just touch on the offensive performance from your guys.
Coach's dream. We understand that we can score goals. I think we believe that we'll score enough by the end of the game to win the hockey game. You don't want to have to score 9 on too many nights or 7 in that way, but that's what the game kind of dictated tonight. That's a good offensive team, a team that puts a lot of pucks towards the net, creates a lot of battles. And Whitey battled back there all night. We were able to get enough to get the victory.
This is a San Jose team. You haven't seen them for a minute. You're seeing them. You saw them tonight. You're going to see them tomorrow. You may see them in the playoffs. Is it good to see kind of get a refresher on teams this late in the season?
Well, sure. I think, these are all, we talked about these next 4 games, starting in Coachella on Wednesday. We're going to be playoff teams or possible playoff opponents. So now, we're focused on our game, but it is nice to see teams that you may play. There's no secrets. I think it's just a matter now of playing our game. We want to fine-tune our game. Obviously, the offensive part seems to be in good order. Defending and checking is always going to be something we focus on.
A couple of power play goals tonight. Can you just touch on the special teams and how that's been impacting these last couple of games?
Yeah, 2 good power plays. Top 2 power plays in the league. I just think it showed tonight. We went 3 for 4. I think they went 2 for 4. So we won the special teams battle. That was big for us. Some timely power play goals to re-extend the lead or get back the lead. So I look at the end of the second period there where we were able to go into the room with the 6-4 lead and kind of catch our breath after finding our game.
Coach, can you talk about the development of Trevor Connelly and what he's meant to your program?
Well, obviously very, very skilled. Trevor is probably one of the youngest guys playing in the league, if not the youngest. Somebody whose game has grown immensely here through from the first half to the second half. We've seen a guy tonight, I thought his legs were back. When he's skating and driving the puck and moving his legs, he's hard to play against because of his skill, how he handles the puck. Trevor's game has continued to develop. He's involved, a big part of our team.
How about his vision? He has a lot of vision, especially on the power play, to find cross-ice passes that don't seem to be there.
Well, yeah, no, good job by those guys moving off the backside. But when you have a player like Trevor, what I like is he's into the dot line. He's looking to attack. He is a threat to shoot from there as he scored on his goal. By doing that, now you're a 3-threat option, right? You can skate the puck to attack the net. You can make that seam play that he made to Lavoie, or you can shoot the puck in the net like he did on his goal.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Here with Mitch Mclain. Mitch, your group just scored 9 goals. Just talk about what happened tonight offensively.
Both teams are 1 and 2 in the league in scoring. I think 1 and 2 in power plays. Both teams prove they can score a lot of goals.
This could be a playoff matchup somewhere down the line. How important is this game to just kind of feel each other out, knowing that you may see them again?
Yeah, we haven't seen these guys much compared to other teams in the division, and we know they're a good team, obviously, where they are in the standings and the numbers they've been putting up. But for us, it's just about getting to our game and kind of figuring out our process and playing our best hockey around this time.
Raphael, Lavoie, he had a hat trick tonight. Can you just talk about his impact to this team, the locker room and on the ice?
Yeah, played against Lavie for a few years there, and he was a pain in the butt, always scoring goals like that. He can take games over pretty quick with his size and his speed and his skill. And he's another guy that just loves to score, and he loves to score in practice, and it translates during games. And as far as I've known him, he's been a joy to have around. He's a spark. He's in the mix with everything, and really happy for him.
This morning, head coach Ryan Craig, he said that this is a true team. The camaraderie in the locker room is just fantastic. Can you touch on how important that is, especially at this time of year, for that to be important in the locker?
Yeah, you hear it every year that the teams that win are the closest, and you see them when they do win, how close they are partying together and hanging out, and how much of a family everyone is. And you see that with our group. That's the culture we've tried to bring the last couple of years here. We really try to change the tide, and it's going well. So we're really happy. It makes it a lot easier when you get in tough games like that to kind of band together and play hard.
Talk a little bit about your offense, but does that lead to maybe a little bit of weakness in the defensive end, or how do you tighten that up and still keep the offense?
Yeah, we just got to understand that that's a maturity thing, right? you got to understand that when you check for offense, especially against a high-powered offensive team, when you check in your D zone, you're going to create chances, and we have the ability to score when we do get chances. So that's just something that's a maturity thing. I know we're at game 60, 70, somewhere in there, but it's a process, and that's something we're learning every day.
Talk about how close the team is itself, but how much does that bring the fan base in, and are you seeing the fan base even more energetic?
Yeah, since I've been playing in this building as a visitor, as a home guy, it's a great crowd always, and when the Knights are out of town, we get great support. The building's full, it's energized, and so it's fun for us to give them something to cheer about, scoring a bunch of goals and playing hard hockey.
Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Here with Raphael Lavoie. You now own the record for most goals in a single season by a Silver Knight. Just talk about your own production on the offense this season.
Been pretty good. I mean, couldn't have done it without a lot of the guys. All the guys are finding me out there, and it's pretty nice. We're feeling it pretty good today.
You seem to have set up a nice little home for yourself there on the dot, just ripping those one-timers. Is that part of the strategy, or is that just something that naturally came to the game?
Yeah, it naturally happens. I mean, I like being there, and the guys are finding me and going in the net.
Earlier today, Ryan Craig, he said that this is a team. The camaraderie is fantastic. Can you talk about how important that is at this time of the season?
It's huge. I mean, we're going to have ups and downs in the playoffs coming up, and that we're such a tight-knitted group is it's pretty huge for us.
This group, the Trevor, Connelly, the Hemmerlings, Whiteheads, Limbaums, the kids aren't really kids anymore. They've shown a lot of maturity. Can you touch on their impact to this group?
It's massive. I mean, they're bringing a lot to the team. Both our goalies are pretty young. They're incredible in that. Cons is pretty young. He's unreal. Hammer's young. He's unreal. We have a bunch of guys going up and down the lineup that, they're not old, but they're very mature, and they're producing a lot, and they're helping this team a great amount.
This is a San Jose team. You haven't seen them in a hot minute. You play them tonight. You play them tomorrow. They might be a playoff opponent. Is it good to see them kind of get a refresher on this team and what they might be about?
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, they're potential playoff matchup, and those games mean a lot. If we get home ice, we play 3 games here instead of 3 games in San Jose, so there's a lot on the line for us against them.
It's the playoff series in the Pacific Division. It's so tight. Does it feel like playoffs have been going on for the last month?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, there's like you said, it's very tight. Home ice is a huge factor, and we've got a lot of teams that are very close to each other, so it's definitely going to be a battle till the end.
With your offense as good as it is right now, how do you tighten up defensively for playoff games?
We're gonna do some video. We're gonna fix a few mistakes that we've made, but as long as we keep the offensive side going and we pick up the defensive side, we're a really solid team.
Congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
Thanks, Raph. All right, here with Trevor Connelly. Trevor, this group scored 9 goals tonight. Just talk about the offensive output from this game.
Yeah, we have so many talented forwards and defensemen. I think when we have opportunities to take pucks to the net or kind of make a play, we're going to make the play. So it's awesome to see. I think definitely want to clean up some things on the defensive side, but it's great when you score that many goals.
You were on like an 18-game point streak. Unfortunately, it came to an end. You bounced back with a goal and I believe an assist tonight, possibly 2. Just touch on your own game, how you've grown throughout this season.
Yeah, I think it's been tough, obviously, with injuries, but I think kind of since All-Star break, I've kind of just found a groove, found my confidence, a lot of credit to the guys in the room, the coaching staff being so supportive and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's just playing consistent hockey, being in the lineup, not being out with injuries. So, yeah, it's been great.
Raphael Lavoie, hat trick tonight. He's the new single-season goals leader. Just touch on what his impact to this team means.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I think, almost 20 of the last games he's had a goal or something like ridiculous like that. And, I mean, you see it every day in practice. I mean, he's got a world-class shot. Work on stuff with him all the time on the power play. So I'm lucky to have him on the power play for sure. So, yeah, he's awesome.
Trevor, last time I saw you, you were playing for the World Juniors. It didn't end the way you wanted it to, but you look comfortable now. Are you feeling healthy?
Yeah, I feel good. A lot of credit to the medical staff here and just all the coaching staff. Just a ton of support, a ton of time put in with me. So feel great, feel strong, and yeah, just looking forward to playoffs.
Talk about your vision on the power play. You're finding Raphael and others across ice. Are you seeing things better every day?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of settling into the league and finding out what works and what doesn't work. I think every level's different. I think when you play with so many talented players like that on the power play, I mean, I'm very lucky, like I said earlier. So I think it's just kind of slowing the game down for me, kind of using my skills and using my IQ, which I kind of know that's always something that's worked for me.